Hey there, gang. This will be a quick one, part 10 of So You Want to Move Abroad. You're about to see pictures of the rest of our stuff that finally arrived from Nashville. And yes, boxes and boxes and boxes. I think it was 81 more boxes. And this goes back to my theme of we have too much stuff. Everybody, we just have too much stuff. We don't need this much stuff. Even my gear collection has shriveled significantly in the last year leading up to this move, and I still have too much stuff. I have more than I need to do the work I need to do, so I'm starting to get rid of some of that stuff too. Fortunately, it's not too bad. I mean, I have a little more stuff because I got rid of a lot of stuff. But we all, just in general, have too much stuff. 81 boxes, 81 more boxes. I think there were over 114 the first time. You know, this house, yes, it's a beautiful house. I'm happy to be here. I love my skylight. I love the street. It's quiet. The people are lovely. Everything's been great. But this house is 1/3 the size of our Nashville house. Our Nashville house was 3,000 square feet, maybe a little more. And this is just over 1,000. We just don't have space for it. So if you're ever thinking of moving, start whittling down early. We should have whittled more, in my opinion. I mean, I don't want to get overly cranky or critical of our attempts because we were so focused on getting my passport, my foreign passport, my EU passport, and then had to make 3 attempts at the visa. That was the main focus. But if I had to do it all over again, half of this stuff would go. Because honestly, you're not going to miss it. We unpacked, and 3/4 of the stuff went into a storage bin here. Yeah, we had to get a storage container. Same people I had 8 years ago, fantastic, climate controlled, very secure, and they're great people. But we're now paying for a storage facility here. We're also paying for a storage facility back in Nashville. The only advantage is we have a year to bring what's in Nashville back over without incurring any customs charges. That's the deal of the visa. So I have until next October 22nd to get that stuff over here without having any penalties. Now, the only thing in that realm that I would bring is my stock for albums. And that we couldn't bring. We couldn't bring all of the CDs, the boxes of CDs and LPs and what have you from the last 32 years. That was insane. Fortunately, we've sold a lot of stuff in the last 5 years. I don't know if people were buying more stuff during the pandemic or not. I don't know. But yeah, we sold a lot of stuff. CDs came back. We can talk about that at a further date. But my buddy Dave, who's the president of the biggest independent distributor, told me 2 years ago that CDs had come back. They're still only 30% of the market, but it fluctuates. So yeah, so we got rid of some stuff, we sold some stuff, but there's still a ton. So we're paying for a storage facility in Nashville and a storage facility here because we couldn't fit everything. To sum it up, get rid of your junk. Because I'm not going to miss most of this. The stuff that arrived, yes, clothes. There were clothes, awesome. Bedding, yes, we needed more bedding. And, toiletries and stuff. But the rest of it, I wasn't going to miss it because I was getting along just fine. So that's the lesson for you today. Too many boxes. Spaces here in Europe are much smaller, or at least more compact than we're used to in America. So that's lesson number 1. Number 2, and this will be the end of this little segment for you today, is if you're looking to get a bank account here or any other country you're moving to, make sure you research it ahead of time. It took me weeks to get all the proper documents to prove to them who I was, that I was living here legally, that I was paying taxes here legally, before they would give me a bank account. And the reason you need a bank account is here in London and Europe, and I've seen this in Europe in general, because whenever I do business with people, they're like, oh, can you bank transfer me? Or, oh, can I bank transfer you? They're much more reliant on bank transfers than credit cards, which is probably a good thing. It's bank transfer city, and you're going to need an account. I couldn't join the gym I wanted to join, or any gym here, without a bank account. I had to wait. And so everything functions that way. And you're going to run into that almost immediately. So make sure you're going to need your passport. You're going to need your tax documents in the place, the council tax, the local taxes with your name on it and the address. And then they might ask you to prove that you're there legally, visa-wise, et cetera, et cetera. Very, very important. And the main reason, the ultimate main reason you want a bank account is if you want to purchase property in your new locale. Because I was advised by a lawyer before I opened this bank account, he's like, you want to open a bank account and you want to ask for a bank credit card. And I was like, but I got credit cards. I got great credit. What do I need another credit card? He's like, you want a bank credit card here, and you need it for at least a year before you buy property, or at least it will make buying property much easier. So having a bank account and having a bank credit card that's established for at least a year, this is what was told to me, would make it easier to buy property. And 2 other realtors told me that as well. So those are my little tips of the day about if you want to move abroad, get rid of your crap. Don't bring as much stuff. You won't miss it. And have all your papers in order. Get a bank account. Get a bank credit card if you ever even imagine that you want to buy property where you're going. It's not that you can't buy property where you're going. Like, I could buy property right now. I'm working on making an offer. I made an offer on one place. I'm working on another one. But it's way easier to get a mortgage if you have a bank account with a bank credit card established for more than a year. Otherwise, you're getting a mortgage as an American. And here in England, there's 4 different mortgage places that you can go, and you're going to pay at least a point more than the locals, at least. So that's why you do this. Okay? All right. If anybody has any questions, let them rip.